We're shifting our focus now to the biggest top focus of the day. Our forces, remember, have not ceded an inch of land to China. Times Now gets you the chronicles of courage of Indian soldiers who thwarted China's twin expansionist bids on the 9th of December. And we are the only channel that has revealed the blow-by-blow details of how our braves gave the People's Liberation Army a bloody nose at Tawang. Top army sources at the border have told Times Now how the Chinese were not just bashed black and blue, but were also chased and some of them even captured by the Indian braves. Defeated and pushed back, we reveal to you how a desperate Chinese army fired in the air while they retreated. These are details that China will never admit to. The humiliation that Xi and his government will never ever accept. While they hide behind the farce of Indian troops illegally crossed into the disputed land, Times Now has revealed how India successfully retaliated with precision and courage. We now get you a ground report from Tawang, just a few kilometers from where the clash took place, showing you how India upgraded its infrastructure. For the moment, let's shift our focus to the parliament. Remember, politics also playing out over the issue. Let's cut across to the parliament, where yet again we're seeing ruckus.
उत्तर सदन के पटल पे रखा गया है।
माननीय सदस्य
अध्यक्ष महोदय, देश के करीबन 2.5 लाख ग्राम पंचायत को अच्छे तरीके से काम करने के लिए बीबीएनएल के माध्यम से ओएफसी कनेक्टिविटी देने की
अंदर मीटिंग मत किया करो, सदन के बाहर किया करो।
केंद्र सरकार के माध्यम से की गई। मेरा प्रश्न था
अधिकार है
और प्रश्न के उत्तर में करीब 2.5 लाख ग्राम पंचायत में से 1,80,000।
Okay, all right. We'll continue dipping into the parliament as and when there are any updates. But let's keep our focus on what happened in Tawang. In fact, Times Now is the only channel that is reporting very, very close to where the clash took place. My colleague Priyank Tripathi is right there at the spot. He has been getting us these ground reports. He's also joining us live. Priyank, initially there was a lot of talk, a lot of speculations on what exactly happened. Yes, the Indian government has confirmed on how it all panned out. But the stories of valor are much more than any of the sides will confirm, because even though it was a pre-planned attack from China, the Indian forces fought back. And how?
Yes, Adi, we are very close to the location where this skirmish happened, but fact of the matter is that there is no permission from the Indian Armed Forces to go to the location, looking at the possibility that our Chinese PLA can once again carry out a similar kind of possible, skirmish or any kind of scuffle-like situation. But while talking about the modus operandi which has been opted by the PLA, it's quite clearly establishing that this time they were very well prepared, because the issue is not new, because we are talking about an area which is not fenced, so it's humanly impossible to fence this area of approximately 8,000 kilometer long stretch. Later to that, what has happened that in the month of September, after looking at the series of construction and the developmental work which is happening on the highways on the Indian side, the Chinese are looking very much rattled. We have shown our viewers the ground report of various tunnels and road construction which is happening on the ground. So basically, after the September, they were planning to carry out something like this, which can escalate and which can trigger any kind of political controversy in India. That's why very purposely on 9th morning they came up in few number, and when they were stopped while they were making a temporary structure in the Indian territory, they were told to go back by the Indian Armed Forces. When they did not do it, they were pushed back. But in a very strategic manner, the Chinese PLA from the Kona County, which is the headquarters of this area of on the Chinese side, they came with a huge and large number of personals from the PLA, and they started pelting stones, and they were also having wooden sticks in their hand. So that is clearly establishing that it was a well-thought, well-planned strategic move which was taken by the PLA to have any kind of skirmish. Although the Indian Armed Forces were on alert, they pushed them back, they fought bravely. Some of them have sustained minor injuries also. Few of them have been shifted to Guwahati. But on 11th, the flag meeting happened, which has right now brought down the situation to a normalcy. But it cannot be denied, Pratibha, that once again the PLA will attempt to carry out something like this. That's why on the ground, while we are very closely reporting from this side of the border, although the visibility is quite very low, the smoke and the fog has totally covered these mountains. And in fact, on the top of Yangtse, where this scuffle happened, we are hearing that the snowfall has also happened. So humanly, it's a very tough terrain for any armed personal forces to carry out any kind of operation. But still, instead of being injured, these brave men fought with them. They came back, and right now they have been shifted to the hospital. The Indian government has already cleared this stand in the parliament, but as you are aware, the communist government in China is once again being very shy about their men being beaten up by the Indian armed forces.
Absolutely. In fact, that's one of the biggest takeaways from it. Priyank, you know, every single time, previously as well, in Galwan as well, when similar clashes had taken place, other small incidents as well that have been reported, China has always been chest thumping. This time around, the response from China as well, and of course, the kind of fight that had been put up by the Indian forces speak volumes of what exactly happened. Priyank, thank you for joining us with those details. We will, of course, continue coming back to you. Remember, China has never really admitted to the humiliating drubbing that they were met with in the hands of the Indian braves. They are now hiding behind lies.